Right, all right. Greetings. Glad tidings to all the beloved across the realm. As always, in all ways, Mësët to all. It's an honor and a privilege to share this moment with you. I'll give it just a brief moment to allow those who are meant to be here to enter. Greetings to all. Gratitude to all, and special thank you to the mediators. I appreciate that. Especially Brother Rick, you're doing a phenomenal job. Every time, it's just an honor to have someone. Every time I go live, Brother Rick, you're here, and I just want to let you know publicly that I greatly appreciate you, and all of you. All right, it's not like I'm trying to show favoritism. It's just I'm giving a salute where a salute is due. So, all right, I kind of struggled internally this evening, and I'm a little pressed for this Saturnic matrix time this evening, and I have been as of late. Tomorrow is my wife's Be Earth Day. If those of you that don't know, she passed on January of this year, just a few moons ago. So this is her first Be Earth Day that she is not here physically. So if I didn't come on this evening, I probably wouldn't have a chance to tomorrow, because we're gonna celebrate her incarnation. You know what I mean? As if she was right here with us, because she is. She's just not limited by this any longer. All right. So that's a beautiful thing. And, some of you might get confused at that statement and say, well, Chief, I thought you said we got to go through cycles and you got to reincarnate. You got to do this. You got to purge. Yes, but we are at that point. Just like the original, I don't say original, but the first teaching many of you came across with was the teaching at Archetypes, when I showed with the alphabet a teaching that you won't see or find anywhere else, and no books or anything. I mean, somebody probably has stolen it by now. Well, I don't want to say stolen. It's knowledge. It's just someone who didn't access it internally and accessed it externally has probably already done something with it, like monetized it or something, or put it into a book. Many of you know that I am working on a book. I don't want to say my book, but I am working on a book. The only reason I haven't finished is because, I like to, I don't want to say perfectionist, but I like to put out, good work. Good work. If you're going to give your energy for it, and most of the time, because of the setup, because of the indoctrination and the folly of the generations before us, including us, because you were here before and you fell for the okie doke, or we wouldn't be here at this moment. Give me a second, please, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. Excuse me. Basically, what I'm seeing here as of recent, I don't know if you all are, but I like to share things in real. I don't like the word time. Everybody says real time. I like to share things in the now. And what I have been seeing is a lot of people that they might not be acting upon it, but I've seen an influx, way more than I've ever seen my entire incarnation, of people talking about, like, I'm not going to say the S word, like Sue. It begins with Sue, basically taking themselves out. I've been hearing there's people that's been getting that I know personally, that are getting put in mental hospitals and things, and just talking about it and just saying, take me out of here and this and that. And it's becoming more and more frequent. And then I'm even seeing it like online, people is talking about these things and stuff. My personal take on it is, I believe it's from this. What are the odds that all of a sudden, all these same people that I know did take this, all of them are starting to mention that it's like something external is planting that in their head. Okay. But also, a lot of you guys know, I teach the truth about everything. I'm not just a one trick pony over here. All right. Uh, I don't like to put labels on anything. I'm not saying I'm a jack of all trades or this or that, but I teach what is given, unveiled to us. I don't just stick to one thing. Okay. A lot of people, when I first began teaching, and even people like in the tribes and other chiefs, gave me the title. Some have even gone as far as saying I'm the world, the number one authority in the realm of the sun cycle. Basically saying I'm the keeper of I'm the one that has the most knowledge of the sun cycle currently here. Is that the truth? I don't know. It's not a race to me. It's not a competition. It's not you versus I. It's the you and I verse. So I don't get caught up in all that. Okay. But what I can tell you is, I like to share things when I see them as I see them. All right. And then I even feel them as I feel them. And as always, what I'm seeing is that what I just mentioned, and everyone coming in, I say about influx of people starting to come in, as always, in all ways, Mësët to all of you, to all the beloved. But I've been seeing a lot of people losing hope here lately and getting angry and upset at people that they should be loving. Okay. And the alternative is this is the trick in this realm, that you have to make a choice. You have to choose. If you're not going to church, then you gotta be wrapped up in the new age stuff. If you're not wrapped up in that, then you gotta be wrapped up in just some kind of theology or something, gnosis, or the Gnostic teachings or something. You have to buy into something. That's the trick. You basically you have to buy into something. If you're not buying into something, then something's wrong with you. You're lost. When really it's the exact opposite. If you're not buying into it, you have to buy into you. You have to go inside. That's the whole story of Christ. I can't believe that people can actually read that Bible and allow the mainstream church, not even just pretty much all churches, because I haven't been to one church. I mean, I grew up going to church, and every memory I have going back, I've never been to one church that told the whole truth, ever. Because if it's a religion, if they call themselves Christianity, if it says this is a Christian church, a Baptist church, or Methodist church, or this, they already gone. They got a steeple already showing they're lost. They don't know what's going on, or they do, and that's even worse. And that means they know what they're doing. Okay, you stepping into their circle, because that's what church means. Church, Circe, circus, Kirk, circle. Okay, same as chakras. Chakra just means wheel of light. Church means circle. Okay, of light, of the Christos, the light within, the Son of God. Okay, the light of the world. The 7 seals in the book of Revelation. The word used for seals means light. Okay, the 7 trumpets. A trumpet is the word used for trumpet is a circle that lets out a vibration, a sound. Okay, sound creates light. It's vibration. All of it. This is what we call syncretism. Like what Santos Bonacci and all them talk about. But even people like, and I'm not speaking down on anyone, I'm not belittling anyone. It becomes a Ra legion. What is Ra? It's light. You're in a holographic construct. Okay, you're just in a dense form of it. Physical. It's light. Water is light. All light moves in a spiral. I had somebody, I seen a comment said, Chief, I don't know why you're using that spiral emoji. That's what they say. They said, I don't know. They said that's I forget how they said it. Oh, that disappoints me. Well, you just don't know what I know, or you have a different perception. How does what I do disappoint you? If it's just that I'm the one on here teaching and allowing everyone to come into where I'm at, all right, and you're allowing I to come into you, into where you're at, okay, but you're not the one that's faces on the screen actually talking and being seen by thousands of people. Okay, so it's easy for people to come on and leave comments. I had someone that, and I see, listen, the Great Spirit will lead, and I see what I meant to see. But also there's energies, spirits that are against you, that want to keep you. Yes, baby. You done? Okay. Tell Royce to wipe your face, please. But basically, what you have to realize is this place is not it. If this was all there was, even in the Bible, what is it? In the Bible it says that unless time was shortened, listen to it. Just listen. No, like it's like everyone's eyes have been shut for 1,000 years or whatever, probably longer. Even in the Bible, it says that unless those days were shortened, talking about the Great Tribulation, that no flesh on earth would make it. Well, I thought flesh was bad. I thought flesh, the reincarnation cycle was our prison, the cells of your flesh, and this and that. And we're in a cell, and the person is the prison, and the prism, and the light is in a person or a prism or a prison. So they're telling you, unless those days were shortened, that no flesh on earth would exist. So what is that telling you? Hint, hint. They are telling you that the whole book is about the God of this realm, the jealous God, the false God. Okay, that's what the whole, even to the very end, the cube coming down out of heaven, adorned like a bride. Just like in Genesis, they said you will be like God if you get this knowledge. When you was already God, you wasn't gonna be like nothing, because you are God. You are a goddess. Okay, because you come from the womb of outside of time. This is inside time. Whether this was, people get caught up in the details. They say that the devil is in the details. No, the devils get caught up in it. Trying to climb this tree of knowledge all the way out of the firmament. The ladder of the stairway to heaven. Trying to climb it with knowledge. That's the Freemasonries and the Masons and all that and stuff. Illuminati and any Ra Legion. It's trying to, even the New Age stuff, you got to vibrate. You got to do this. You got to do that. My mom didn't know nothing about no doggone vibration or hertz or nothing, but she loved and she was a decent person and didn't know none of this. And I guarantee she went to the next place where we're going and didn't know no gnosis and all of this. And the tree of knowledge was a simple person, simple life. Kiss, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it stupid simple. Okay. Apocalypse, a poke of the lips of Jesus Christ, of he soul which riseth to. Okay. Kiss, poke of the lips. You can be betrayed by a lustful kiss, or you can be given a kiss of love to lead you. I love you. Come on. Okay. But this realm, we're getting closer and closer in the cyclical, as I always tell you, the analemma. The Egyptians, or aka Tamarans, called it the Apep snake. Today it's called the analemma. It's the shape of a tie. Okay, that's where the tie comes from. There's no coincidences. Okay, what it is, the short part is the golden age, and the long part is just the incarnations. Okay, so the short part around your neck, okay, that's their golden age. But guess what? They tell every age, the people that are in here, the 99%, unless you're the elite, every single age they've been telling our ancestors and us that you're getting ready to come into the golden age. The whole time, ever since from the age of Chores, that's when they did something crazy with the pyramids. That's why nobody wants to tell you what the pyramids really do. That's like, oh, it's a power plant. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No, I've shown you what it is. It was unveiled to me beyond a shadow of doubt, and that's not even that teaching I did on archaics was just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. Okay, that everything that's going to be in the book is far more intricate into it. It's just not. it's so difficult to put into words that not too many are going to get it, like truly grasp it. But I'm telling you, what the pyramids did was literally create a split in what we know today is space-time, the space-time continuum. It went from the age in the precession of the equinoxes, which that ain't even real. That's not the heavens. All this astrology and all that, that's not the real heavens neither. That's the Shemaya, her illusion. A matrix literally means womb, which means it has to be feminine energy. So just because you hear don't mean that you hear. We can talk about the Great Mother. We can talk about wombs and all that. Matrix just means a womb. So even AI has a womb, has a great mother. Okay, so don't let the words fool you. Don't think just because some teacher is talking about a womb or the great mother, oh, this is the truth. I gotta listen to it. Yeah. The patriarch is this wrong. It's all about them. Don't you think they know this? The AI is studying these videos, these teachings that not only I put out, but others like us. The AI is studying these videos way harder than any of us. That's why you got to go inward. That's why your ancestors speak to you in a language that it's one of a kind. The ancestors don't speak to your mom that passed, your husband that passed is not going to speak to you the same way that my mom speak to me or my wife speak to me from the next place. I don't even like saying on the other side of the veil because it's not really a veil. It's the way it's set up. You can see. It's not even about seeing. That the whole concept of the first eye is not even about sight. It's about closing your eyes. It's about not seeing. I've told you guys before. I've taught you on this in this school. There's only one sense here, and it's touch. Light has to touch your eyes, your retina. Smell the fragrance and the vapors have to touch your nasal sensories and your glands and your nostrils and your sinus cavities. Okay, feeling got to touch the nerve endings going throughout your entire body. Okay. Taste has to touch your taste buds that then fire synapses to your neurons in your brain. Electrons. Okay. Elyon, the Most High. Saturn, the cube. L7. Everything is about 7. When the original 7 is Venus. Let's look at the word Venus. It's 7. They changed it to a V noose, like you're hanging yourself with the noose, just like our Uranus noose. Okay, but everything else is the sun, though. It's back with the sun. Sun is good. Look, the sun worshippers. Oh, that's good. But everything else, they turn to the noose, though. And then the Saturn is because that's where you got to turn around at. The word Sa means where two become one. If you look at the ancient Sas, they got them in the pictures. If I wanted to, I'll bring it up and show you. But I'm limited this evening. But the Sa, they actually, Shamash holds it. So everybody talks about Shamash being the sun guy. It's actually Saturn. It's not the sun you see in the sky. Okay? The sun you see in the sky, if you know anything about any kind of real native tradition, not Googling Hopi prophecies. Now, the Hopi prophecy don't even come from the Hopis, and it's not even a prophecy. That's how little people know. Oh, yeah, the Hopi prophecy. It's not even a prophecy. It's a cycle that is passed on by us. Okay? Over here on Turtle Island, it was passed on by the Adena and the Hopewells, okay, which was then passed on to the Anasazis down in the Four Corners. The Anasazis passed it on to the Pueblos, and the Pueblos passed it on to the Hopis. And now today it's called the Hopi prophecy, the Red Kachina, Blue Kachina, when it ain't have nothing to do with the Hopis. They just the ones that made it mainstream right now. And I'm not saying it like to take anything away from them, from nobody. I'm just showing you how little people really know. Like, no. They just know what Google and Siri and a book tells them. Okay? They're not going, they don't really know. All right? And I am passionate about this. And do I get irritated and stuff? Yeah, because I'm in this body and stuff, and I'm on this dimension with y'all, with us. What I've noticed is everyone, thank you, Sister Amanda. I appreciate that. I appreciate, and I'm in agreement with you. So I cast that down. What I said, you're 100% right. Thank you. Eternal gratitude. What give me a second. What I've noticed, and even before recent, I mean, it's been going on since the Great Awakening or whatever everybody says. Especially negative people, when they leave comments or text messages to your phone, or they talk to you in a negative way, they are literally speaking to themselves. Especially if you know the person and you know about their life, like their personal life, and you know this person, not just some random person on the internet that got some name, you don't know them, and they just saying something negative. This guy, who is this guy? Look at him, and this and that. I'm not talking about clowns like that. I'm talking about people that's really in your life, and they text you or they call you, and it's just full of negative. And you know their story like how they know yours, or they think they know yours, okay? And you may think you know theirs. So y'all both got this character of each other, right? But what you know about the character that's trying to belittle you and be negative to you is it's like they're speaking to themselves. And that's what's going on here. That's what the age of Aquarius is. It's the age of going inward, the water bearer. It's about you got the water now. It's not external. You don't have. What is the number one thing you need besides breath? Which actually is prana or chi, but that comes from you. So then we get into esoteric. Okay, so they're not going to put that in the zodiac for the whole world to know. Okay, so they're going to have something more like the water bearer. Okay. So everyone knows you need water more than food. All right. So water sustains all life, including plant life and things. There ain't plants out here that have to eat food every day, but they're going to need some water. All right. Fish, birds. It doesn't matter if they most of their life is in the air, in the ground, or in between. One thing is we all have in common is water. So the age of Aquarius is the water bearer. What does that mean? That means no longer do you have to look externally. You gotta look inward. All right. The word Christ. All right. That's the whole message of the Christ, is that it's all about inside of you and not a raw legion. It literally says in the Bible that if they tell you Christ is, there's the whole church. There's billions. Even Islam is waiting on the Mahdi. Most people say Mahdi is the Mahdi, but they're all waiting on this messianic figure to return or to come. And the being tells you right in the book, if somebody's coming in the sky, that ain't me. If they come, they tell you look in the water. He's in a boat. That's not. Don't go. If he's in the sky, don't go. If he's in the caves, don't go. If they're in the desert, don't go. Why? Because if it's in the sky, the bird's gonna beat you. If it's in the water, the fish gonna beat you there. If it's in the desert, the snakes or the lizards gonna beat you. If it's in the caves, then the explorer or the things that creep gonna beat you. What is the message? It reminds me of Superman. Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Superman. The whole thing is that this whole return of some savior is a psyop. And they're going to do it. They're going to do the psyop. They're going to set up the Antichrist. So, oh, yeah, we've already fulfilled that. This is the Great Tribulation. This is the mark of the beast. These people are playing theater within the analemma, and they do it. They've been doing it for it's from a time immemorable, meaning, and this is in one of their oaths. I don't know. Some of you may have read it. They have a secret oath that they have done their best to scrub off the internet. It came on the internet for the first time maybe about 10 years ago. And it's hard to find. Now, I don't know how hard, but I've read it. I don't have a copy of it because I don't want it. I don't want to copy of it because I remember. They speak of in their secret oath, and it's pages. It's like, I don't know, like over 10 pages. And they speak of a time immemorable, meaning they've been doing this longer than you can remember. So what do they fear most? That you remember who you are, what you are, and what's going on. And that's why I tell you all the time, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to teach you some kinds. Yes, I gotta say the Iron Bush Mystery School because a mystery is a missed story. I'm just trying to give you the story that you may have missed, in order that in hope that you may remember who you truly are. Okay? Hope well. All right. Now, because I do want to finish this teaching up, I'm going to stay on topic with the Saturn. All right, the SATURNAL order. Now, someone asked me, Chief, how can this help? What, like, how I like the teaching and stuff, but how is this helping? And I get that, and I'm in agreement with that. And like sometimes I ask myself that same thing, like, is this teaching really helping, or am I just now falling into that category like with content creator? Because I've always told you I'm not no content creator. I'm not a YouTuber. When have I ever said like, share, and subscribe? Like some people say it in the comments, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I really despise the fact that at the end of the videos, I tell you, I post like the links for you to donate money. I can't stand money, y'all. Y'all don't realize, man, my children know it. They all know it. My wife know it. Anybody that really knows me knows how much I despise it. But the way the Great Spirit is setting everything up in this incarnation, I know why it has to come and what it's going to be used for. All right. So the people that can't fathom that, and they're like, this guy teaching all that, but then he got links to send money. That's because you can't fathom what it's getting ready to be used for. Okay. It ain't some get rich thing or something like that. It's so we can do and set up what is supposed to be set up. Like I'm doing it. And some of y'all that's on here right now are going to be there. That's a fact. I guarantee 100% there's more than one person here that's here right now watching this video that's going to be in the community that will be set up. It's already done. It's already done. So just know anything you send is going towards that. Whether you're 70 years old and you finna send anyway. What you gonna take this stupid money with you? It's stupid. The whole thing is stupid, and that's what I'm doing with it. Okay, so that's why, and it hurts me like to have to even say it at the end of the videos. I don't hate anything, but I despise it to the core, like to the point it brings tears to my eyes that I have to even post the stupid PayPal and Cash App and all that crap. It's crap. Like, man, I despise it, y'all. But I just want to let you know why I got those links up and what is going on. All right. Because we're going in this new age stuff about 5D, that, and the returning to 5D, there's gonna be a 3D still. The 3D is not disappearing. People, if someone's telling you that they're a bold-faced liar and they have no clue what they're talking about, it's set up like that. Okay, it's just who or what you're gonna choose. People talk about the celebrities selling their soul, and they sell their soul every day. It ain't you don't go into now some people might, and they might do these blood magic rituals, sex rituals, and all of. They've been doing it since time of antiquity, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to take some digital barcode or shot to get the mark of the beast. It's the working of your hands and the mystery of iniquity of your mind. All is mind. Where does your mind come from? The womb, where organic minds begin. So you can have the mark of the beast already up in you. It's all about why it's literally like 4 to 5 variations of the mark of the beast. It says you can have the name of the beast in your head, the name of the beast on your hand, your right hand, the number of the beast in your head, or the number of the beast on your hand, or you could have both in your hand or both in your head, or you could have one or the other, or switch and mix and match in your head and your hand. It's, you know why? Because they're telling you it's about what your works. Your right hand. Why is it your right hand? Your right hand is where your energy exits. Your left hand is where your energy comes in. You see the copper on my left hand? I wear that throughout the day. When I go to sleep, I put it on my right hand so the energy can exit. Throughout the day, it's on my left hand, so it just amplifies pulling it in. Okay, so the right hand represents what are you doing here with your energy? You're not a human. People, we're not gods and goddesses. That's blasphemy. Well, that's what Christ said too, and that's why they killed him too. Blasphemy. Every time he talked, blasphemy, 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 from all the religious people. All the people going to church every week, dressing up real nice, looking nice at the quick trips and the Wawas and the wherever, the IHOPs and stuff every Sunday. The Son of God, the light of the world that's external to them. They waiting on it. Waiting. Gonna be waiting forever in the Sandlot. Just like the movie The Sandlot when he said forever. Yeah, it's about to be the Sandlot when that plasma comes and changes the changeover event, the reset. And honestly, I'm not even going to get that'll take me down a whole nother rabbit hole. I was going to tell you like where that actually comes from, the resets and the phoenix things and all that. That's not even coming from the Great Mother, from the womb of Greece. That's even coming from the God of this world. It's a game. This thing is playing a game with your eternal soul, your energy. That's what is selling your soul. Money, monopoly. They're literally, and then these new age people are telling you, manifest. You can manifest wealth. You just got to resonate. You got to become the money, and the money will. Listen, these people don't care about money. Not even people, these entities don't care about money. They can print it out because it's not real. It's backed by your thoughts. Thoth, Tahuti, the Jedi, the Force. It's backed by your God Force, whether you think it has value or not. And because the masses have been subdued, just like it tells them to in the beginning of the Bible, go forth and subdue the whole earth. They've done it. They're the Yahweh worshippers. Israel, Isis, Ronel. It's all theater. The whole thing is theater. This war, and the thing about it is it people actually, their bodies dying? Yeah. But it's not the bodies that they're giving off the sacrifice. It's the soul that is supposed to be taking care of that human, because that's what you're doing. You are taking care of a human right now. You're taking care of a human. Your soul. Are you taking care of your human? Because that's the situation here. Okay. So they got your human, who was made by the God of this realm, which is just a force. It's just a force. It's energy. Okay. And guess what? The big secret is, the big story, the mystery is that you got more power and authority than it. You just have forgotten who you are. And manifestation, what? Manifest your money, manifest a bigger house. I mean, what? That's material. You still are falling for the okie doke. You're trading one rod legion for another. If your favorite YouTubers talking about manifesting your best life and you know how to manipulate your informed field and this and that, that's a bunch. Who cares? It's all about love and selflessness and about giving your last. The homeless people are ahead of us. Now, I ain't talking about the ones that have gift, because even just because you're homeless don't mean you got it right. But if those that, because if they're on drugs and stuff, then the drug has become their God. So they're still caught up in idolatry. But if somebody has chosen homelessness just to get off the grid and said enough is enough, I don't care what anybody. And I'm not saying they don't care about life and their heart has hardened. I'm talking about the ones who have just said, nope, I don't care what this system says, I'm out. They're ahead of the pack. But yet we'll ride by and frown at them. Not us, but the majority of people ride by in a BMW, won't even look. But yeah, you use toilet paper. They use toilet paper. Yeah, remember when the whole CV-19, what was the main thing everybody they showed was going to get? Guess what that means? That they poop too. That means they poop stank too, and they needed toilet paper to wipe their little butts. Ain't that such a isn't that ironic? That's a paradoxical. That's what you call paradoxical humor, where the God of this world is laughing at the majority, where they're showing you the main thing everybody was going to get was toilet paper. Like that poop don't stink. Riding around, mask, this and that. Oh my God, 6 feet. And all this. Oh, we can do this with the little thing around their face. And it just, there's still, I know people with physically in my physical life that's still talking about that. They'll still bring it up. You ain't got your children, this and that, and how dare you? Lost. gone. Are they going to burn in hell like these Rileys tell you? No, not unless you are wicked and you out here doing some old molestation or taking lives, incarnations. But you're gonna be back in the 3D. It's not everyone talk all these love and light. I'm all about love, but it's gotta be authentic. We're not just gonna come on and go love and light. Like there's a girl, I'm not gonna say her name, who's very popular, and has a big following, and she's all about love and light and all this. And it's just, if you have any discernment, you can see right through it like a Windex glass. Yeah, love and light, as long as you keep sending your money to them and they can be, showing you pictures at wherever, the Bahamas and, the Eiffel Tower and this and in Costa Rica and here and there and that. Yeah, I would be talking about manifestation and manifesting my best life too if I could scam if my intent was to scam everybody. That's called a pyramid scheme. It's the same thing, and guess what's on top? That's why it says the Christos, the seed of the mother, Emmanuel will fatally bruise thy head. Why thy head? Because that's where that eye is on top of the pyramid. The fire in the middle, it's the eye on top of the heart. It's the eye, the first eye that's being idolized more than the fire in the middle, the heart. And let me add this to you too. It's placed on my heart to tell y'all this evening. Don't get caught up in the chakra stuff neither. That whole thing, yes, do I teach and elaborate on it? Of course, because it's in every religion. It's things you need to know. I didn't even say need, but things you should know if you've come this far and you're at a class of this stature. What I want to reiterate and make sure you know is the chakra thing ain't the way neither. Don't be. Well, let me see. I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't tell anybody what to do. I recommend not to go out and be buying books and stuff trying to figure out how to open your chakras and align them and open your first eye and going to bed at night looking up on YouTube what frequency do I listen to open all that stuff on you. Open your first eye, Kundalini, your root chakra frequencies, heart chakra man. How about scamming frequencies? Scammer. Ain't nothing coming out of that phone that's going to do more than what you got already sitting right where you at. That's what the message of Christ, whether that was written by some wise men, a group of benevolent ancestors, man, it might have been us that wrote that. Or whether it was a being here that was walking around and people was just writing down what this man was saying and doing, that matters not. What matters is, are you getting the clear message? A message clearly is a massage. All right, not a collage, not the college. Okay, not the college or the collage that you got to pay intuition with the feminine energy, the creative energy. You got to pay intuition to get that square, your circle squared in the collage. Now, a message is a massage. Okay, it loosens you up. It relaxes you. The truth. Okay. The thing is, everybody on here, most people on here, like the TD Jakes, or especially like Joel Osteen, Everyone knows anything Steen, where that comes from. Stein or Steen, you already know what bloodline that is. That's a blue bloodline. If you don't know that, you know Frankenstein. Okay, that's the blue bloods. The whole story. They've been putting it in motion pictures since they've had them. And Joel Osteen, you want to know how high level he is, magician? He literally did a trick with the causal planes and the effect planes where he took the L out of his name. L. Joel O-L Steen. Okay, his name was Olstein. Olstein. O-L. Now it's just O. And all his books, and even the old books don't have the L on it anymore. That shows me that they know how to use the God power to actually change reality. They can. You can't go back and find a book that has it that got the L in there. It's not like he just changed his name and the internet changed his name. They literally changed time and the reality from working from the causal realm into the effect realm. And I've done teaching on that, so I'm not going to go too far into it. But he got the biggest church in America. Closed his church off. It's a freaking football stadium. He closed it during Hurricane Katrina. Didn't let one solitary soul into the stadium church during Hurricane Katrina. When it was in Houston and Hurricane Katrina, everyone's coming from Louisiana. He shut his doors. It's the biggest pastor that's on the screen. Yeah, you know, I know this story of this guy. You know, they take in $1.5 million a week. Untaxable money. 501c3. That's 501. 5-1 is 6. C is 3. 3. That's 666. 501c3. 66. Okay. 3 6s. That's what that 501c3 thing is with the churches. It's them aligning themselves up with the beast. You ain't got to pay taxes. You don't got to pay Caesar. All right? Give the Caesar what the Caesars. Now they ain't even got to give the Caesar what the Caesars. Because they made a deal with Caesar. As long as they keep teaching religion and idolatry and keep the masses under the sleep spell. Yeah, he's coming. He's coming in the clouds. I can't wait. The rapture. Yeah, it's a rapture, all right. It ain't what you think. It's a physical. The God of the Old Testament not one time spoke about eternal life, not one time promised eternal life, not one time spoke about it, not one time spoke about anything eternal. No afterlife, nothing. Only talked about the flesh. That's why he did this. It did the circumcision, because that was the covenant it made with the flesh. That's why in the book of Revelation it says if time wasn't shortened, no flesh on earth would exist. Because this thing is playing a game where it's going to take it all the way to the max, going to turn it all the way up. Going to turn that fire all the way up. That's what I told you earlier in this beginning of this teaching. Is so many people are talking about taking themselves out because they turning that up. And especially if you took this, you're attracting that radiation, that Ra, Dios. Dios means God. Ra, the Ra, the God, the Ra God, that was the same one in Egypt that they worshiped. That Ra Dios, that 5G. Okay. That fifth G, this is the fifth one, the fifth God, the fifth age of their God. Okay. Now, I honestly, at this point, how long are we in? How long are we in? Almost an hour. I might because just out of respect for my father, because if you guys don't know, I am right now staying with my father. He's my only living elder at this in direct lineage as far as incarnated in this realm. Um, he goes to sleep early, so out of respect for him, I think I'm gonna hold off on the Saturnal teaching, but I'm gonna keep going a little bit longer with just let the spirit flow. Um, this you got to realize what we're in right now is everyone has their own God power. Okay, you really do have God power. Okay, and you have the power of manifestation. I'm not telling you those things aren't real. So I'm not saying like if somebody's talking about these things, the chakras and stuff, it's real. It's energy points. They call yourself. Biblically the story is like the book of life. Okay, you're the book of life. Okay, it's told that in heaven, John is in heaven, and he sees this book of life that got 7 seals, and the angel that he's with says nobody can open it. No man, angel, or he said no man or angel in the heavens, on earth, or under the earth can open the seals. And he said, but so John said he fell to his knees, started crying, let out a big wail, and cried, and this and that. And they said, but wait. And basically the story is, it says lamb, but the original word is lamp. It meant lamp. All right. They people don't realize that these texts were coded to slip through originally. Then they got hijacked. Okay. It's the lamp, not the lamb. They turned it about sacrificing and things. They had to intertwine it with the Yahuwah and the Yahweh, the Yahweh and the Jehovah Enlil stuff. Okay, the ancient Sumerian, the beginning of the patriarchal hijack, the most hijack, El Elyon, the Saturnal Order. So this does go with the series, but it's not what I still have to do a whole teaching. Great Spirit, when I'm do it, well, I can. Well, I can, but maybe tomorrow evening, because like I said, tomorrow is my wife's Be Earth Day, and we are celebrating it. Just like she's here because she is. You just because we can't see her with this stupid technology, this low grade technology that everybody says this the human body is the best technology ever made. Yeah, it's better than like the stupid little cell phones and the TV and all that kind of stuff, but it's still technology. So you either people in the gym and walking around flexing and all that, walking around, they're idolizing themselves. They're idolizing the human being or the human. All right, it's one thing if you go in there to take care of your human to be healthy, like they've even showed that jogging now actually ages your body. It actually burns your organs. It actually is frying your organs, jogging. So like constant just getting up to go jog 10 miles or something like that, you're actually frying your organs internally. So you're not even supposed to be doing that. It's breath work. That's all it is. It's spirit. The reason that anybody ever thought that they got any good thing out of jogging is because they're breathing the spirit. It's because they never been taught the real way to do it. It's breath work. You don't have to go jogging 10 miles. You can sit right here. and do far more with the spirit than you can do jogging 10 miles and all that. So any joggers on here, I hope I don't offend you. All right. But the truth is the truth. And I'm sure that's what you come here for. But they have data now that shows through the science or the seance that jogging actually fries your organs. It's actually aging people. And I mean, I've seen people that worked out with weights and stuff their whole life. Like they're having like crazy wrinkles on their face and stuff from straining and from being in the gym going hard. Like, yeah, their body might be like a 70-year-old man that's got muscles and stuff, but I mean, they won't look too healthy in the face, you know, and the eyes are the window to your soul. You know what I mean? And you know, that's even Christ said that you can exercise your body and it'll profit you a little, or you can exercise the spirit and it'll profit you a lot, abundantly. So when you're asking, and all these people are teaching online now, and let me be clear, most of you probably already discern this. All of these websites or these new pages, they're psyop pages on Facebook and YouTube. They've come out of nowhere. They've come out of nowhere and they start out with 100K. You never heard of them or nothing. They come on your feed and it's got like all these videos that look like they've been up for years and stuff like that. They're made up. They're made by the AI. It's all brand new. On Facebook, all these pages that'll catch your eye about like some stuff that you look into for real. Some stuff that I might teach over here. They'll have a whole page about it. And you'll click on it and it'll show like 120K subs and it'll say they've been up for like 7 years or 4 years or whatever. It's AI generated. The whole thing. On YouTube, on your feed and all that's all AI generated. The AI is taking over this whole thing. And it's happened before. It's the same thing. It happened to the Egyptians. Ra. It's AI. It's the construct. It's not that AI is like some man-made thing. It's the construct itself. Okay? But it's made for a purpose. And like Christ said, nothing formed against you no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and no harm will come amongst the least of you. Which means that, what does that mean? People say, well, that's true, then how come his baby's dying? Dying, you know what our ancestors called dying? It ain't D-I-E, it's not death, it's D-Y. That's why dying is still spelled with D-Y. It's like dyeing a shirt red, a different color, tie-dyeing a shirt. It's going into another color spectrum. Your soul is now emanating a different spirit that is in a different color spectrum that you can't see through your dye vision, your double vision. That's why I thought I'd be single and full of light. Your whole body will be full of light. And oh, how great that light shall be. But that light is not meant to be idolized, because you are making that light. You are the light of this world. Okay? So you're not supposed to idolize. If you're idolizing the light, Luciferians, then you're idolizing yourself. Oh, I'm a god, I'm a goddess. Yeah, 9 ether being, babies. I'm 9 ether. My hair coil up and go to the sun. You know what I'm saying? I'm the natural. We the original beings here on Earth, 3D. We the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Yada yada yada. Man, so you the gods and goddesses of the third dimension, and that's all. And Nibiru coming back, that's 3D. So you the Anunnaki coming back, they're 3D. You just the original 3D beings, and you finna stay here in the 3D forever and wait on your 3D parents, the pair that rents you out to this 3D realm. They not even here, and the ones that's here is running it while you on the bottom throwing kibbles and bits, getting thrown kibbles and bits. Oh, we the gods and goddesses of planet Kai, kibbles and bits. No, how about you look inward and be selfless and stop looking at these books and trying to figure out who you are from reading a book. It's no different than Dr. Seuss, the Lorax, and go inward. Inward. Who's the word? They tell you the word is Christ. Now, I keep referring to Christ. I'm not trying to sell you on biblicanism. Anyone that's been coming here know that. You know that. But I have to talk about it because in the age of Pisces that we are coming out of, that was the tool, the major tool that hijacked the spiritual consciousness. Therefore, it has to be addressed. I can't just start teaching you all these native ways and native stories and native mythologies and stuff because even the natives got hijacked. Even we got hijacked everywhere. And the natives ain't just the natives on Turtle Island. You a native wherever you at because you're here. If you a red blood, you are aboriginal. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Oh, you mixed. You black and white. You this, you that. What you mean? First of all, this is not me. So that shows me that your consciousness is on a low level. You don't even have an understanding of the reality. So either you can feel the conviction from the Great Spirit to try to teach someone out of love, or you can not feel it and know that you just got to keep it stepping because this person is going to be on a longer journey. It's 1,000-mile journey and you don't know what step they on. Some of them on that first step of the 1,000-mile journey. First step, they stopped, started job talking. Didn't even make it past first step. Some of us kept it pushing, kept it moving, and that's where we're at now. Okay? That's why you're even here now, listening to this. Okay? And coming to these teachings and things like that. When I go, and I've told you this before, when I go a week or something without teaching, I've told you this. When I'm not teaching, it bothers me. It bothers me. My sons will tell you that. When I'm not teaching, it bothers me. So don't think that I'm not teaching because I'm somewhere living it up or something. Because I'm going to be real with you. I appreciate everyone, that does help out financially. But I'm going to be honest. It really is not that much. Like, it's rough doing this for a living and being a widower in my 40s and a single father of 4 children in this reality. But it don't matter because I know the truth. So I know what's going on. That's what really matters. Okay. And that's what keeps me pushing. Now, it hurts when I see others. And that's it. Again, we can go back to the story of Christ. The shortest verse in the Bible is John 11:35. It says, Jesus wept. Okay. We know that's not his real name, but it said Jesus wept. Why did Jesus wept? The only time that he cried, right? It wasn't because Lazarus died. They when Lazarus died, Emmanuel was walking off and was out. Like, come on, man, we out. All his disciples was like, really? We gotta bury Lazarus and this and that. And he said, man, let the dead bury the dead. Are you coming with me? Let the dead bury the dead. Because he knows the truth. That body ain't Lazarus. He probably wanted to say, dummy. That body ain't Lazarus, dummy. That was a vessel. Let the dead bury the dead. Those that serve the God of this world and want to do rituals and all this and that is what he was saying. Didn't shed a tear because he knew the truth. The least here will be the most in the kingdom, in the real realm. It's flipped. Everything is flipped. That's why I said it's harder for the rich man to get the kingdom of heaven than a camel to go through the eye of a needle, because everything is diverted, it's inverted. So those that are here living heaven on earth, and their mansions and stuff. Basically, what they have done is they have become idle and they're not moving towards the true reality. And they've stopped and said, you know what, I'm cool here, man. I'm finna pitch my tent right here. I got my material things. I got these physical bodies that we call, you know, these woman bodies around me that are willing to do certain acts for my physical avatar. It's basically like the dude in the Matrix movie that backstabbed Neo and was eating the steak. Was Cypher was his name, I think, something like that. When he was eating the steak with the agent, he was like, I know this steak ain't real, but I would rather do this than be on the ship eating slop and this and that. But see, what they not telling you is the reality ain't you on no ship eating slop. The reality is that you are a god and a goddess. That's the reality. See, the Matrix movie told a little bit of truth, but they flipped it to make it seem like the other side is worse. Like the truth is worse than here. And that's the trick. It's even in the Gnostic, and we're going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it this evening, but that was the scheduled teaching, was to show you. I'm diving into the Gnostic text, and I'm going to show you how they're even incorrect. The Gnostics. So don't even get all into Gnosticism and think that that is the way. Yall the Baals and the Demiurge and the Archon. It's like everybody came close, but anything that got turned into a Ra Legion, that was it. It's the moment it becomes a Ra Legion is the moment it's done. It's just like a wise man. The moment a man calls himself wise is the moment he became a fool. Because a true wise man knows that you got to remain a student forever. You have to, the true wise man, the true master teacher is a master student. Not a master teacher. It's a master student. Some of you here right now, if you're a master student, then you are a master teacher. But you don't have to go around saying it. You don't flaunt it. I'm wise. I'm wiser than you. You just brought yourself down a notch by even saying that. Actions speak louder than words. You want to talk about manifestation? That's what manifestation is. You have everything you need right now. Don't let someone else's perception of this reality make or break you. Don't let anybody tell you a certain age you're supposed to have this, or you have this many children and you've only given this amount of money, or whatever. Don't let someone else dictate you. That's the same thing as giving your energy away to this fake God that's in these books. And in the real Christ message, they had to hijack it. The teachings that I'm putting out right now could be put in a book called a holy book and could be spread across the realm. And guess what would happen? When a certain person, individual, certain group gets a hold, even the book that Great Spirit one that I put out, if the right or the wrong group of people get a hold of it, they'll find a way to distort it, stop it, shut it down. They did it to my Facebook page. You know, at one time on my Facebook page, I had 48,000 subs. That today it's at 28. It's been stuck on 28,000 for like a year and a half. But every day they tell me I got 500. Congratulations, you have 500 new subs. But it's sitting at 28K. That's why I don't care about that stuff. That's all AI generated. That's 2D. So this right here, this screen you're looking at right now, you see me on, see I on, it's 2D. These books, well, Chief, what book is that in? You want me to justify what's been unveiled to I from something that is higher than this what you can see. It's unseen. You want me to justify the unseen with something that's lower than your actual physical 3D body, but you want me to pick up a book and tell you, I got a book from the 1800s. I got a book from the 1400s. It's got to be the truth. What? Guess what? When it was the 1400s, it was now. Doesn't matter when. It don't matter if you got a book from 4000 BC. Guess what time it was when they wrote it? Now o'clock. It doesn't matter where Mesopotamia, Africa, Egypt, this, that, Israel, China. That's the civilization started in Mesopotamia because it's 5000 BC when they wrote the cylinder. Guess what time it was when they wrote it? Now. Same time it is right now. So you're living it now. You are the prophet. You're the prophecy. You're all of it. You're the Christ. You're the prophets. You're the prophecy. You're the whole book. You're everything. You're all the stories. It's all about you and I, because it's us. And that's the you and I verse. And that's what it is. And in the only way you can connect is a chain, a grid, an energy grid through selflessness. You find that point where we connect that. We don't have to agree on, everything. If you and I agreed on everything, that means I would be you. That means you would be sitting here right now. Yes, I abide in you and you abide in I, but that's the energy. That's our essence. That's the essence. That's from the womb. That's what that means. Doesn't mean the individual. See, the false God wants to make everybody the same. Hive mind. And one being on top, the jealous God, the only God. Baraka. You know what that means? Bend your knee, bend your knee, bend your knee, bend your knee. Every knee shall bow, every knee shall bow. Christ coming back. The Mashiach is coming back with a rod of iron to rule the nations. What? Yeah, okay. The Christ is coming back. This time, the first time he came, got the God power, didn't want no money. You couldn't even give him money. Didn't want no mansion, didn't want nothing, didn't want for nothing. My man cooking fish, having fish fries. He telling them, yo, catch your net over there, man. The fish over there, bro. Come on up here, man. I already got some fish, man. Come on, man. Y'all been out there all night. Come on. My man fish frying by himself on the beach. Living it up. Probably had dreads and everything. Chilling. What's happening, man? You. Good to see y'all, man. Yeah, have some of this fish, man. Got some asparagus. All that. Got some corn on the grill. My man was chilling, man. Walking around the Sea of Galilee. That was his area. That was his little set. Sea of Galilee. You know, just chilling, walking around talking. You know what I mean? Like letting people know, like, you know you God, right? Blasphemy. All right, man. Talking to hookers at the well. But they're going to kill me if they find out. I'll never be forgiven. I forgive you. I don't even know you, but I can see the goodness in you. I can feel it in my heart. Like you ain't some like messed up, wicked person, that you just in this world and you've done some things to try to make it and you've been indoctrinated. And guess what? If I can forgive you, you need to forgive yourself and go and don't do it no more. Go and sin no more. Who is this man that can forgive sins? What you mean? Who is this man that can forgive? You can't forgive? That's why the same measure that you forgive, if you can't forgive the person who gets under your skin the most in this incarnation, who has done you the dirtiest? Your mom, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, your best friend, your first husband. Who? Your baby mom. Who done you the dirtiest and just took you to, still taking you through the muck? If you can't forgive them, then guess what? You're not going to be forgiven, because that means you can't forgive yourself, because a piece of you is in them. That's why they get under your skin so much, because you can identify with that reflection. If you didn't care, it wouldn't bother you. It bothers you because you care, because you love them. Whether you want to admit it or not, you love them, so it does bother you. But you got to forgive them. It doesn't matter. But they got to forgive themselves, or they're going to be stuck, and you can't make them forgive themselves. That's where the dilemma comes in. That's why you got to keep it pushing and endure. Don't worry about, don't get to the point where you talking about, man, what is this all about, man? This is all pointless. I'm going to take myself out, man. Life ain't worth living. This is crazy. Yeah, this ain't all there is. Man, my wife for 24 years. It was 39 tomorrow. We met when we was 14. Stayed together. Yeah, we went through a lot. We still live life and went through all the experiences that you go through. Okay. But that's what made it mean even more, because we went through it and we stayed together through that. Now, if I was going to look at life from a point of view where this is all there is, I would be one of the first candidates to be talking about ending it. This is not all there is. You're an eternal soul. Okay? What is this? Can't nobody tell you fully with words. That's just a fact. Just like the construct, flat earth, round earth, crater earth, bigger earth, no one can truly tell you with words, because it's not meant to be spoken. It's meant to be, close your eyes and feel it. There's only one sense here. The rest is a lie. Satan. It's a lie. This whole physical thing, it don't matter. Yes, I do teach you the truth. I teach you that the reflection of the bigger earth is on the moon. It's just facts. It's the X-ray reflection. And guess what? That thing you call the sun is the infrared reflection of the bigger earth. You just can't say it because of the way that this human technology that your soul, it has control over right now, is not made to do that yet. So this whole ascension thing, this whole 5D doctrine about Earth and stuff, man, look, man. If that's true, then what would be everybody's explanation for everybody that's leaving right now? That's leaving Earth, like getting up out of here now. If everything finna be 5D and it's the same Earth and all this and that, no. That's why Christ said you're gonna be standing on top of Mount Zion. Zoion is the original word for zodiac, which means you're gonna be on top of the illusion, the Shemaya. You're going to be on top of all those lights you see up there, on top of the firmament, on top of all of that, beyond Saturn, beyond all of that. You're going to be on top of there. When they speak of the 144,000, you don't have to look at it like it's something you have to do to become it. You already are it. You just have to remember. And once you remember, it automatically repairs. Repair. What's a repair? Every rod legion started with the truth. Most. Not I'm gonna go as far as say every. Most started with the truth. But it's all archetypes trying to explain what is unexplainable, hoping that it can create a picture in your mind and a feeling in your heart so you can get the truth. That's all it is, y'all. That's all it is. And that's all I am here to do. Okay? So, I'm cutting it a little short this evening. I know I haven't been on in a while. To be honest with you, man, like a lot of it got to do with the whole matrix stuff, with the finances and things, man. Like I said, and I know y'all wrapped up in it too, so I don't expect anything from y'all. Like I know, like I said, I know the truth, so I know everything is all right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you don't see me on here teaching, it's for a reason. It's not that I'm choosing not to. It's something, and that don't always mean it's something bad or something like that. Because honestly, I had a good conversation with my eldest daughter last night, and she was asking me some questions. I ain't gonna get too into detail, but I had to explain to her, like, a righteous soul, you can't do the wrong thing. You'll never do the wrong thing, because even if you think you did the wrong thing, it's not the wrong thing, because it's still going to lead to where you're supposed to be, where you're destined to be. Because if you seek first, I don't like saying the kingdom, because there ain't no king. They added that too. I don't like saying the kingdom of heaven. If you seek the realm of heaven, the presence of heaven, okay, which is just even, balance and wholeness. That's what heaven is. It's even, okay. The H they put in front of there is just the H of the 8, or the height. The height, 8, H, and the 8 and the H are the same, but the difference was, it used to be the 8, which is the circle, and a circle as above, so below. They turn it to a cube. The 8th letter, the H, they turn it to as above, so below. They made it to a cube, the H. That's the only difference. They made to spoken language instead of symbols. See, symbols is images. That was our language, symbols. And we could actually, when you're vibrating high enough, you can send images through, and that's what the pineal gland and all that stuff is really for, is actually to communicate with each other. So if this Wi-Fi go off, we're supposed to be vibrating to a point where we can communicate to each other with this. That's your natural antenna. But at the same time, it can get hijacked by the God of this world and all that too. So you got to be careful with that. That's why it's not to be idolized. You shouldn't be trying to read. I'm not going to tell you what to do, because I've read books and stuff. So everyone got a journey they got to go. So I'm not going to say don't read it. All I'm going to say is, don't idolize it. Don't feel like you have to do something. There's nothing you have to do except be. Just be. You're the only you that will ever be. That's it. You eternal. You're one of one. You are one of one. The all. That's why we all are one. Because we all are one of one, and we come from, and when, like I said, I abide in you, you abide in me. It's not that you are me as an individual, because that's where the word angel come in. It's an angle. Wherever you're at right now, we can see the same thing, but you got a different angle. So you're a different angel. Okay? But you got the same source, the same allspark in you. So we are the same. We're connected. Okay? That's basically what it is. As long as you live a selfless life and authentic, don't fake the funk, don't, love and light. If you truly mean it and you really like wholeheartedly mean it, that's cool. But love and like, share, and subscribe, and my PayPal's and this and that, and to join my class is $50 a month. That's all. It's love and light. You can join $55 a month. That's a cup of coffee. It's a latte at Starbucks. Yes, baby. Where you go? Where'd you go? Okay. All right, y'all. That's my cue. Right? Hey, where you at? Come here. Ow, oh, right my knee. I'm a baby. You're the baby. All right, y'all. I love y'all, man. Get the back. Yes, madam. May I help you? You want to say hi to the people? Say hi to the people. Come on. Come here, madam. Mademoiselle. Say hi to the people. Mi amor. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, y'all. Got my little half cowboy fisherman hat on this evening. Don't do it. All right. I love y'all. I probably have to change. Stop it. I'm probably gonna have to change. Look, they said hi. Look, say hi, beautiful princess. See, you don't even know it. You're a star. You're a star. I love y'all genuinely. I probably changed the title because it didn't end up being the SATURNAL ORDER Part 4. But still, like I learned from listening as well, because it is the spirit working through and you gotta be careful with that too. You hear these actors they're even talking about it now. Like I've heard that one lady that be in a lot of the drama movies, brown skinned woman, forget her name. She always plays like a traumatized role. And she said before her role, you know what they say, like they open themselves up and this and that. So you gotta be careful. That's why you go inward. When you go outward, that's the ward or the prison. So if you go on external warship, that becomes the out ward. The ward is a prison. When you go inward, that's the word. That's the vibration. That's the seed of the mother, the womb. Y'all came out of a womb, didn't you? So you shouldn't have no problem saying the seed of the mother coming from a womb. Shouldn't be offended at that. Okay. Whether we talking archetypes or not. A lot of men get offended at that, but the man carries the seed. Now you're trying to don't remember, the devil is in the details, the tree of knowledge. Okay. The truth is simple. It's simple. Girl, what you doing? The truth is simple. Okay. It's just that we're here, so we're interested in certain things. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to come to a class like this, a school like this, a community like this, and learn the truth and learn the mysteries and learn things that most people don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So I know tonight wasn't probably what you expected, me either, but everything happens exactly as it should. Girl, you look like a Chucky doll or something now. All right. I love y'all. We're gonna finish the Saturnal teaching. We're gonna finish the Saturnal Order teachings on the next one. Part 4 should be the last one, but it's gonna be a good one, a deep dive. That's why I didn't want to do it this evening, because I want to do it right. Because part 4 is gonna be like the most information getting dumped on y'all, and I want to do it right. Okay. Got my bundle of joy over here. So I love y'all. Thank you as always. Thank you to the moderators, Brother Rick. You're awesome. You're always here. All of you, or excuse me, all full of all. You're not all some. You don't got some all. You're full of all. So you're all full. All of you are awful. Okay. So I love you, and as always, and always. Mësët.